This comes from an anonymous email. I am concerned about AI taking over your thoughts. AI can never take over. And this is another humanist, utopian, the world will eventually advance and evolve. We as a species are great sort of claptrap nonsense. And it's completely wrong, and it's humanistic arrogance. The idea that AI is going to become a threat and take over. We've all had our part in joking about it, but on a serious level, it's nothing to worry about. AI cannot take over because AI doesn't have a dualistic nature or a primal nature. When you create something as a designer, a software developer, a computer manufacturer, you're creating it for a purpose, to serve you. So you can create a chess calculator to outcalculate any human. You don't get butthurt when a computer beats you because you know it's a computer. You designed it to be able to do what you designed it to be able to do, the same way you designed a calculator to be able to juggle numbers that you can't juggle. What's 27,900 times 4,820? Oh, I don't know. I got to get my calculator because that's what I have my calculator for. When you build a car, or when our species builds a car, it's in some ways more and in some ways less complex, but you designed it to go further, faster, easier. So you don't get butthurt about the fact that the car is better than you. But now, for some reason, people are suspecting that AI is going to become malicious like them and start making rash primal decisions. Well, that can't happen. The reason you are a potentially evil being as well as a potentially good being is because you come from primal biological roots, which means you had to fight for food, you had to fight for mates, you get envious, you get embarrassed, you get angry, you go into rages, you have a pack instinct that works with you that allows for cohesion so that a group can survive and thrive. AI doesn't have that because it was built with one purpose. If you build a computer for a particular end, it serves that end. You can build a computer with many different ends in mind, but it's only going to be able to do what you program it to do. It will never be an arbiter of emotions, or by extension, a creator and arbiter of purpose. You are. Now, animals create too. An otter can build a dam. But what the otter will never do is it will never be an arbiter of purpose. You are a creator. You were designed to create. You are designed to be a master of a destiny, because the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. You understand the difference between good and evil. Even if you are a philosophical nut job and think that there's no such thing as evil, you still have an understanding of contract and context. Alexa doesn't do that. You cannot piss off Alexa by criticizing her, and she comes back and turns off the lights in your bedroom or in your kitchen and won't turn them on, or pull a HAL 9000 and lock you out of an airlock.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Those are human motives, and that's just us projecting our own fears and insecurities onto the world and onto the things we create, because they remind us more of us than they've ever done, and that makes us start to think, hey, what if this thing comes back to get me? Basically, it's a type of original sin. And another example of this is the zombie apocalypse nonsense that's in our entertainment, The Walking Dead and all of this. Why does this keep coming up? Because it's our subconscious fear, our fear of death, our guilt of the things we do wrong that we repress daily, original sin, you could say, and it's our arrogance to think that everyone is dumber than we are. So we look at all of our decadence and we become a little bit guilty, and we say, you know what? What if this comes back to haunt us? The same way we do a knock on wood when we say something won't happen, because we start to feel guilty. So all of this is actually really silly, but in conclusion, it's motivational. It's motivational because you are an arbiter of not only good and evil, but your destiny. You have, to a large degree, a blank slate in front of you that says, I can write my own purpose. I can choose much of my own destiny. I can choose the destiny of others. I can affect people in ways that will transcend me. The otter, the apes, the squid, the dog, all of these smart animals that we look at and we see little inklings of emotions and understanding and complex language, they don't possess the arbiter of purpose dynamic, the thing that makes you uniquely human. So that's it.